Hello and welcome back to the channel. Finally getting ready to get back to work on the project cars. Now I know a lot of you guys are probably waiting for the M104 Turbo to make its comeback, and I will be making a video on kind of why it's been down for so long soon, so stay tuned for that. And then, as we know, recently went out with the 4-liter Ford powered W203 and had an absolute blast. Very successful test session indeed, but you guys know me, and all I can say is the next step for this thing is going to be to add some boost. I'm currently busy with that and the planning that goes into something like that, so I'll show you this, and that's about all I'm going to say. As I said, I'm still figuring this out, still very much in the planning phase, so if you have any ideas or thoughts, leave it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear it, but this is happening. Also, please do leave a like on this video if you are excited for me to get started on that. That might just motivate me to get this party started. Another thing I really need to take a look at is the very low hanging exhaust. So I need to fix that before taking this thing out again, as well as looking at this wheel. Luckily, there's no real damage on the wheel itself. It was a pretty hard hit, but I really do think that I bent something, so I need to have a look at that. But this video is about a new project I want to get started on. And here it is. So I finally have an idea what I want to do with the donor Ford Falcon. Now, before I get into that, I never thought I would be saying this, but I don't actually have the space to get started with it. Now you might be thinking, my guy, what are you talking about? This backyard is absolutely massive. The thing is, I don't like clutter and stuff laying around. For those of you that have been watching the videos for a while, I think it's been 2 years since moving to this place. So the previous place was way smaller, so I'm truly blessed to be here now. Tons of space in these little sheds just to keep the backyard looking nice and tidy. Working on cars, you kind of accumulate a lot of car parts, and I do like to keep all the old parts for when I might need something in the future. So that little shed got out of hand. So before I get into the new project, this had to be sorted out first. And you already know it, the A180 CDI came in clutch to do a scrap metal run afterwards. That W169 is my pickup truck, daily vehicle, company car, whatever, but it's a beast. I really do enjoy that little thing. After spending a full day getting this place sorted out, it definitely looks way better. We have tons more space to work with, so like I said, I like to keep some of the parts. So we have all the lights over there, couple of seats, we have those cupboards full of car parts. I have about 3 intercoolers up there, electronics and just random stuff in there. I have the engine hoist over there, more parts over there. I have like hoses and stuff down there, because like with the C400 I had to make my own power steering lines, so keeping the old parts do come in handy sometimes. Anyway, with that done and sorted out, I feel comfortable enough to get started on the Ford Falcon now. I will say I don't have a solid plan like what engine I'm gonna put into it or anything like that. The only thing I know is that this body is big and heavy. Where there's a will, there's a way, and I think we can fix that problem with one of these. Found this picture online and I really like the look of it, but we won't know until we get started. So I'm just gonna jump in, start cutting the poor thing up, and we'll see what we can figure out. Let's get into it. So what's the plan, bud? Well, give me a second, I'm working on it. So okay, here's the plan. First of all, I will need to clean everything up. I have been using this as some extra storage. This in the trunk is all just a bunch of things I can throw away. I'm not going to be using that again. And then once I get that done, I can get started removing the doors, removing the seats, removing the carpets, and then I'll take off the doors and we'll keep going from there. Shuttle. My first time seeing that the car actually came with a CD shuttle, so I'm gonna have to drill those pop rivets out to get that out, as well as all the wiring. This is fun. I like this. Well, top of the morning to ya. So, huge progress. This is a big girl, as you saw how I fit in the trunk of this thing. But anyway, it got dark last night and I didn't want to make life hard on myself by struggling in the dark. So I decided I'll just continue with this morning. So the next thing is to remove the carpet, but to do that I need to remove the dashboard first. I don't know if at a later stage I'll get the dashboard back in here, but for now I know all the things behind the dashboard I do want to remove. That's just some more weight I can get rid of. It's turning out to be a real pain, but let's see what we can do, and then we can move on to the outside. Like I said, get the doors off, get the whole rear end taken apart, maybe even remove the fuel tank. I guess I'm gonna do that. Everything from over there back has to go. Taking things apart, or basically destroying things, it's kind of my speciality. So let's continue. that's about how far I'm going to get for today's video. Talk about weight reduction, so definitely not going to get the dashboard back in there. That thing weighs a ton on its own. And then I really wanted to start cutting into the back of this thing, so basically from the front doors, all that has to be deleted. I really do need to be careful for the car not to break in half when I do that. So next time we'll start cutting, and then maybe we'll start getting into the suspension. I'm gonna remove the lift kit, get it lowered back down. Like I said, don't really have an idea of exactly what I want to do with it or what I'm going to be using it for. Another thing I know is that I need to weld the diff. Ever since I got the diff welded in the C400, fell in love instantly with that feature. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I think this is going to be another really interesting one. Thinking about losing the whole off-road look of it, so get the old bumper back on there. Unfortunately, I cut into these fenders, or I should just remove everything and make like a tubular front end. I don't know, the possibilities are endless. It's like having a completely blank canvas to start on. Really excited about that, but I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.